What if I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of the worst free vocal plugins? And then I had to mix a vocal with only those plugins. So I'm just gonna rock with this cowbell preset.
Feels great. Yeah,
doesn't do anything.
Celebrate. Blow a kiss to the sun. Yeah, we're just having fun.
The rules are very simple. Number one, I can only use ChatGPT's suggested bad plugins, so let's hope my computer doesn't get a virus. Number two, I can only use plugins that I've never actually used before, but they do have to be compatible with my computer. And number three, I only have 30 minutes to learn these plugins and mix the vocal. So we'll see, can you get a high quality vocal mix using objectively bad plugins that you're not even familiar with? And how much of a great mix comes down to the engineer's skills versus their tools? Let's put it to the test and find out. First, I went to work downloading a bunch of plugins. I only had a couple of malware pop-ups along the way, and even a download redirect to buy this awesome tint. ChatGPT did suggest a few plugins that weren't compatible with my Mac running Pro Tools, so I asked for a few equally bad substitutions along the way. Now, it tried to sneak in a Valhalla plugin, but to keep the challenge fair, I called out ChatGPT to make sure the plugins they were suggesting were actually bad and free. After some trial and error, we got everything downloaded and ended up with the following plugins to work with. For an EQ, we ended up with this M equalizer by Melter Production. First impressions are it looks like an EQ with some bands and stuff. There's a saturation knob. I think we can do some work with this. I mean, I've seen uglier plugins. For our compressor, we have this Rough Rider 3. I don't really know what I'm looking at, honestly. I see some attack and release, some compressory sort of things. ChatGPT about this says it's a poorly designed compressor with very aggressive character. So that doesn't sound good, but I don't know. Maybe we can make a vocal work with it. For a limiter, ChatGPT gave me a Loud Max limiter. I had to wrap that inside this DDMF meta plugin because it's not compatible with Pro Tools as is native. Hopefully it doesn't sound terrible, but ChatGPT's not a fan. For Deesser, ChatGPT tried to suggest a billion plugins that almost gave me a virus and weren't even compatible with the DDMF meta filter, so we're just rolling with Dyne 3 Deesser and Pro Tools. But don't worry, ChatGPT thinks this plugin kind of sucks too, saying that it's aggressive, unintuitive, and can often leave vocals sounding unnatural and lifeless. For a reverb, we're once again inside the meta filter with this DX Reverb Lite. I mean, this thing looks like the year's 2007. For a delay, again, ChatGPT tried to bait and switch me with some good plugins here, but we are using the kilohertz delay. I've only ever used a kilohertz reverser, which I'm honestly a fan of, but this delay looks really basic. And last but not least, they threw in this saturation plugin that I don't even know if I can pronounce it. IVGI2 by Klanghelm. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like it should sound good. But ChatGPT, which as you can see by now is kind of a savage towards these plugins, says that it's notorious for its harsh clipping and it's going to create harsh and unmusical tones. So those are the plugins we're working with. Don't know how they work, don't know how they sound. We'll find out here in a minute if they're good or not. And real quick, if you want to learn a little bit more about how I mix vocals with not terrible plugins, I have a free resource I want to give you over on my website, christianhale.co/free resources. It's my vocal mixing cheat sheet that lets you in on my process that I've used over hundreds of millions of streams, multiple viral songs on social media, and licenses for TV and film by many of the world's leading brands and networks. So definitely click on the link down below to grab that free resource. Here's a little preview of the raw vocal and the track we're going to be working with.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. Blow a kiss to the sun. Yeah, we're just having fun. We can move with the beat. Do whatever we please. Everything as it should be.
So to me, that sounds like a pretty well-recorded dry vocal over an otherwise mixed track, but the well-recorded dry vocal just has no vibe, no mix sauce, no presence. So let's set the clock, 30 minutes, and start mixing this vocal. Ready, go. So for starters, we're already breaking the rules of the challenge, kind of, and have a little auto-tune on the front of the chain, but it's pitch correction. That doesn't count. We want a little auto-tune on. Yeah, we get it. I think I'm going to start by working on the dynamics and compression or compression limiting in these vocals a little bit.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. Blow a kiss to the sun.
Let's go slow attack, fast release. Right out the gate, I don't think this plugin totally is terrible. I'm like not mad at that. You could do like a parallel thing. That's cool. I don't know what this sensitivity does.
Life is
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
You're seeing me right here, first time ever working on this plugin. What I'm trying to do to learn the plugin is just break it. Turn every knob hard this way, hard that way. So if you're working with a new plugin for the first time or have a plugin open that you're like, what does this thing do? Try to break the plugin. Just turn things hard left, hard right, 100%, 0%, and see what happens. I think it sounds good right around there in that -20 range.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
Bypass.
Blow a kiss to the sun.
It's giving us that compressed vocal thing. I'm gonna pull in the limiter plugin and just start pulling this baby down and seeing if this vocal doesn't just start going.
Life is good, life is great.
That's cool. I got it routed, to just come out of the left side there. It's my first day.
With the breeze.
There we go. Take our two compressors off.
Please. Everything is as it should be.
I think this compressor and limiter are kind of doing what I want them to do. It's bringing the vocal up nice and forward and in our face more, which we like. Now, what it's also starting to do is really bring out some of those frequencies that we don't want in the vocal. To me, it's that boxy low mid stuff is what I'm really hearing first. So let's grab our EQ and start making a little bit of sense of that. So here's the MEQ that ChatGPT says is so terrible. That's free. Let's see what it does.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah,
doesn't do anything.
Celebrate, blow a kiss to the sun.
That band does.
We're just having fun. We can move with the breeze.
It looks like only band 4 works right now. Oh, I understand. So I think in order to get all the bands, I have to upgrade the plugin, which ChatGPT said was really annoying. And yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it's okay. We can do like 20 instances of this EQ plugin if we have to. I'm going to notch out some of that lower mid range, but I don't want to cut it so much that the vocals start sounding thin.
Whatever we please, everything
right there.
as it should be.
I mean, that sounds awesome, doesn't it? No, let's get rid of that.
Whatever we please.
So can I low pass filter this thing? Maybe not. So I'm gonna do this new instance of the plugin, create a low pass filter this way. So there's gonna be probably like 5 instances of this plugin right here. Awesome.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
It'd be hilarious if there's just like one button all along that like if I click it, it like allows all of these to work. What is Tom High preset? So there are other bands. Okay, so I'm an idiot. I was doing it all wrong. Let's see what U High Vox does. Oh my gosh, that's quite a design. Go to our cowbell preset because every vocal needs a good cowbell preset. Dude, I'm just gonna rock with this cowbell preset.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
Yeah, you can see it and hear it.
Blow a kiss to the sun.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
All right, so it'd be awesome if I could figure out how to use this EQ.
Life is good, life is great.
Makes it sound awesome. Not.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
Time, the clock's ticking. I don't have time to figure this out. There's something up there too.
Life is good.
Isn't it hilarious? 5 instances of this EQ, one band at a time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's something else in there.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. Blow a kiss to the sun.
This is the stock Pro Tools Deesser. I don't know how to work this thing, so let's turn some knobs and find out.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. Blow a kiss to the sun.
That Deesser sounds great. We'll make it work. We'll fight for it.
Life is good, life is great.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
Wow.
Blow a kiss to the sun. Yeah, we're just having fun.
I just think that range is too low. It's like a cheap compressor on the whole vocal.
Life is good, life is great.
This is mixing, guys. You just try crap out till it sounds good enough. Let's create an aux. We'll call it the lead vocal aux. I'm gonna try this MEQ. I think Jason Joshua does this thing where he'll do like a low shelf. Still don't know. Oh my gosh. There's a whole sonogram. What's a sonogram? What in the world? I mean, this EQ, it's kind of annoying. I'll give it to you, ChatGPT. You did your job.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
Let's see what this saturation plugin does that I can't pronounce. The IVGI2. Clock's ticking here. Maybe this thing's gonna help us. It's a drive.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
I mean, if I needed a super distorted guitar or super distorted vocal, it might be kind of cool. What I do think is like where these EQs aren't quite giving me like the exact shape and color I want, and if I wasn't on the clock, I could like sit here and like really sculpt some of it. This drive might kind of throw me a bone, like a harmonic saturation thing that's okay.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
All right, so since the clock's ticking and we only have a few minutes left, and we've only been mixing a totally dry vocal with no reverb and delay whatsoever, let's start sending to reverb and delay because that might help things, even though the EQ's not perfect yet, like put things kind of in their place where they need to go. It's full send, see what this baby does.
Life is good, life is great.
Only comes out on one side is what it does right now.
Blow a
Turn the
kiss
K
to
up.
the sun. Blow a kiss to the sun. Yeah, we're just having fun.
I'm terrible ambient reverb right there. IVGV279-100 plugin. Let's add that.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
Add a little EQ, which might be 17,000 instances of EQ. Oh, actually, the cowbell preset might be perfect for this reverb. Yeah, this actually is.
Life is good, life is great.
All right, we only got a couple minutes left here, racing the clock, so let's send to a delay. It sounds like an okay mixed vocal. Like, it's not absolutely terrible. I'm sure I could sit here all day and like perfect it, but we're getting somewhere. Milliseconds, do you have tempo? Oh, sick, we got time sync. We got tempo synced. Let's go. What would be an eighth note? Is an eighth note 2/16? I don't know.
Life is good, life is great.
Dude, this delay is like maybe not terrible. Yeah, add a little bit of that saturation of the delay, add a little bit of the cowbell EQ, and let's get that send just right.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. Blow a kiss to the
3,
sun.
2,
Yeah.
that's time. Time's up. Yeah, I mean, let's push play on the mix and see how we did. And the 30 minutes went really quick. I could have sat here for much longer sculpting the EQ, and yeah, I kind of missed some of my tools like Pro Q and Soothe and my nice Deessers and some of that stuff, but here's the vocal with only ChatGPT's worst free plugins on the mix.
Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate.
It's not
Blow a
perfect,
kiss to the sun.
but it's not terrible.
Yeah, we're just having fun. We can move with the breeze, do whatever we please. Everything's as it should be. Life is good.
I get a B, I think.